If you are a new trader and you want to find out what it takes in terms of mindset and strategy to get to your $1 million goal, make sure you watch and learn from this video because the information going to be shared is going to be absolutely mind-blowing for you. Welcome to the Modern Wealth Podcast, where we aim to empower, enrich and evolve your lives. Every week we invite some really special friends of mine to actually share with you strategies that can empower you financially. So today we have a very special guest, good friend of mine. His name is Ron, and some of you might know him if you're based around this region. You'll know him as a multi-millionaire trader. This guy trades literally on a monthly basis anywhere between 8 to 9 figures, which is absolutely crazy. He moves big money, makes crazy trades, everything that is vetted and posted live for you to actually see, right? So, it's crazy. I've seen how he actually trades and it blows my mind, right? So today, you're gonna find out some insights with regards to his mindset, how he did it, how he went from literally starting from zero, going through the hardships and pains of trading to now generating millions of dollars, right? And again, this is gonna be absolutely mind-blowing. So hey, let's get going. Ron,
yes.
Thank you so much
nice
for coming, bro.
Nice
Thank you for coming. Dude, yes. I really, I've been waiting for this. You remember, bro, in the cruise that we went to recently, right? Like a couple of months ago, right? We did this short thing on a handphone, right?
Yes, I remember. I did a short video.
Dude, that one video, right? When you explain about your mindset, how you want the heart to pump and everything. I sent this to my students, right? And they were like, they all loved it, bro.
Oh, really?
It was crazy. It was super well received. They're like, wow, this guy's mindset and the way he looks at the markets is like really next level, right? So anyways, today we're going to dive a lot deeper into it. I'm super excited, right? So can you just share the audience a little bit about you, your background, who you are?
Okay, my name is Ron. You can call me Ron. And I've been trading for the market for like 19, 20 years. I don't really remember how many years, but 19, 20 minimum. And I started as an IT guy, doing IT job, carry computers off the school. And I remember my first salary was like $1,200. But before my first salary, I remember asking for jobs as a sweeper. I want to apply for, this Bangla worker sweeper on the floor. Nobody want to hire me because I'm a work permit. I'm from Malaysia, Johor Bahru. And my family is like, not even middle class, poor. Like they are very poor. Some days we have no electricity and stuff. So I know the importance of making money and the importance, I retrace back. The importance of multiplying money, not making money. Making money is just like you go 9 to 5 job, you get a good pay rise, you look for a new job. Multiplying your wealth, multiplying everything is so important compared to just making money itself. So I understand the importance of multiplying at an early age, while my peers are just like, my peers are just looking for good qualifications, like they want to get good jobs, get high paying jobs. But for me, I know right in my head, when you graduate from school, you're just trying to get good jobs. You want to get good degrees and stuff. But for me, I know when you graduate, the first thing is to make money. Not multiply. The first thing after you graduate from school is to make money. When you want to make money, it's more like you're trying to feed the family and stuff. As you grow older, as you age, you realize that you can't work forever. And you need something at the back to generate, or I should say multiply that wealth or the income that you have in your savings whatsoever. And that's how I slowly generate myself. And of course, this is so important. While I was working in the IT job, I focused every night I focused every night doing homework, trading almost every day back then to make sure my second skill set, which is trading or investment, was supersede my first job. So I spent about 16 hours a day. So one day there's 24 hours, I spent 16 hours reading charts, researching charts, trading a few hours, Monday to Friday, those days when I was younger days. And then Saturday, Sunday, I will reinvest my time in reading charts again. Because some days, charts just, you think it's like this, but it go another way. Yes, so you just want to know what went wrong, and then that's more on the skill set. But if you really ask me what makes a powerful trader or investor, is the emotion, man. Because when stocks drop, people tend to get so panicked. And for me, I realize when you study, when you go to school, people are just looking for high-paying jobs. And these high-paying jobs is more like if you get a good job, you get a good interview, you get a high-paying. But there's no emotions inside. So if you want to be a top guy, not Singapore, like if you want to be a top guy in the world, you need to have superb emotion skills. Like you know what's called a poker face. Like you know you go to gambler, you lose money and you just don't care that poker face. But in your heart, you know what you're doing. That kind. You know. So I want to train myself. The emotion skill is like top compared to academic skills.
Crazy. Bro, let's wind back a bit.
Yes.
Okay, see, you came from a poor background,
Yes.
right? You didn't have parents who throw you money
No.
or whatever else. You came from literally rock bottom. You see, there are two kinds of people. No? One person who really like just follows the path, right?
Yes.
That's all I know, right? Just work, then you carry on, and then the poverty cycle continues, right? Or some people who just are like, I don't want to be in this anymore. I want to break free. You obviously belong in part 2,
Yes.
right? The person who's B. What caused it, bro? Was there an emotion, like, what caused it for you to say, fuck it, man, I really want to break free from this poverty cycle?
I remember
Tell me.
that year was like 2007. There was 2008 was a financial crisis. So 2007, before 2007, 2004, 2005, 2006, I was in Middle East, Dubai. Why? Because I lost $100,000 in some trading or some forex thing. And then my mom, they don't even have the money. So she took out her EPF, not CPF. EPF, Malaysia has got CPF. She loaned out some EPF money and borrowed some money to help me to pay the loan. So I went to Middle East to work because the salary there was so good. In Singapore, I earned about $1,000, $2,000 a month because my academic was not good. But in Dubai, I earned about $12,000 a month.
Wow.
That's like 6 times the money. So I went there, worked for a year, and I don't even know how to invest. All I know is save money, and then you pay back your parents.
Sure.
So that was a trigger point. I knew I can do business. I knew I can do trading, but every young man, they go through some setbacks and stuff. So 2007, then I came back from Dubai, 2007, that was the moment. My friend, he said, hey Ron, you see this stock, you just buy, next day you go up. So there's one day I was on leave or something, I was at home and I just clicked a button. Within 5 minutes, the stock ran up like, in Singapore stock. I still remember that stock was called First Resource. It went up like 2 pips. I made like $300 within 5 minutes. I said, don't have to work really, what?
Sure.
But that's the downfall of the whole thing. So the next 3 trades I do, 2 wins, 1 loss. But the 1 loss is bigger than the 2 wins.
Okay.
And then I realized I need to start focusing on something I really want because it's so easy to make money. Just one button.
Sure.
You can trade anywhere, you can travel, you don't have to have manpower and all this. You can just do what you want. And one guy really inspired me. His name is Warren Buffett because he's time tested. He's 90 plus years old today, but his wealth was made like consistently over the years.
Yes.
So if you can make if you are 90 years old, you can make so much money, then there must be something you're doing right. You know what I mean?
Of course.
90 years old.
Yeah.
During his era, there's no crypto, there's no no forex. I don't know. But now there's so many asset class instruments. But he's like one of the richest men. So I know I don't want to be like him, but I want to know what makes him tick. And I realized he read a lot of financial reports and stuff. But everybody is different. So I'm going to cut away all the financial reports and focus just on charts. And that's the turning point.
Okay.
And I spent like about the next 4 to 5 years really focusing on charts. And I found out the Holy Grail. You may not believe it, but trust me, I found the Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail.
Yes, the Holy Grail.
Bro, but you also, a very pivotal part of your journey is when you initially started Singapore stocks.
Yes.
And then you quadrupled.
This is a story, man.
Right? Tell me the story, brother.
So Singapore stock was great. Market was small. You trade big, you can move the market, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the key. The key is the pivotal point was in COVID. Do you know why COVID? I was trading Singapore stocks from 2008 to 2019 or 18 about
Very
that.
long time.
Very long time. Singapore stocks is so good. You stay in Singapore, you make Sing dollars, you feel good. COVID hits. Long story cut short, COVID hits. I waited 12 years, bro. 12 years. Why? Because 2008, I'm like a poor man trying to figure things out.
Sure.
12 years later, 2020, COVID hits. You know what I should do?
What?
I should put everything I earn from my company to the stock market.
Of course.
And that's what I did. I withdrew all my funds, convert to USD dollars, and then start freaking whack like crazy all the US stocks. And then it just went like crazy. And then I realized one night I can make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 US. I'm like, okay. Why do I need to still teach a class? Why do I still need to do all these things? Life is good. Take care of family. have some great friends like yourself and people in Phuket, and that's it. Life is good. I keep my life very minimal.
What took you so long, bro?
Long is what?
No, as in, took you so long to go to US markets, like, you know, as in, obviously you knew and all that, right?
Because when you first started out, I'm still in Singapore, and I realized my first trade was in Singapore, first resource was Singapore. So I realized, you know what? Singapore is too easy. The market is so small. It moved very slow. So if you got a few $1 million, you just pump the thing, just moved.
Okay.
And sometimes, not every time it moves, but sometimes it moves. It depends on stocks also. And then I realized Singapore is like, I work during Singapore hours, like 9 to 5.
9 to 5, correct.
And then it's like, you move a little bit, you make a few thousand, maybe tens of thousands. And then I realized like the US market during that period of time is constantly on the rise, you know. There's no big drop whatsoever. So I'm like, hey, is it going to sustain? Then COVID hits. That's the turning, the pivotal point.
Pivotal point, huh?
Yes.
Then you saw your earnings multiply like crazy.
It multiply, and I started to think very hard already.
Yes,
do I want to do Singapore again, or do I want to shift somewhere else?
So you shifted to US already?
Shifted. I tell you why US, not all over the world. Because US has proven Warren Buffett to be rich.
Yes.
If we look at the top 5, it's all US. The top 5 richest men in the world is all mostly US. Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Buffett. It's all US stocks, you know. So that's where the capitalism is. I want to move there.
No, bro, but you know one thing that I noticed about you, I'm sure you know this yourself, but you have this obsession and focus, bro, right? So actually one of the things about you, and the reason why you stick also, is because you're focused, ma.
Yes, I am.
You're fucking focused, you know, bro.
Yes, I am.
Like, you know, you look at one thing, you will just zero in and you just go all the way, right?
Yes.
Sure, you saw US, but then the entire time you were like, I know how to make money, I make money here, lah. Correct, lah, bro?
Yes.
Right? So that intense focus, I think that's something that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah, so what do you define as intense focus?
Exactly what you said, right? Freaking 16 hours a day, you know, really obsessing, really
So
finding
to
out.
add on, bro,
Tell me.
on this, it's like people, that was early stage 16 hours. I still put in 12, 13 hours a day.
Wow.
I sleep every night about 3, 4 a.m. I don't like that feeling. That is why now I realize one thing. So this year was a good year.
Last year
Was a good year. 2020, that's why I accumulated a lot of stocks. 2022 was I accumulated a lot of stocks. I sold most of my position 2021. 2022, the market collapsed. I trade a few times, accumulated a lot of stocks. 2023 was where all the AI stocks germinate big time. And I captured so many stocks at the bottom, really at the bottom. And then I realized, wow, that's like 400%. Like, whoa. If I don't trade, isn't it better? Like I just leave my stocks inside and just wait for 400% 1 to 1.5 years later. Isn't it a good feeling? But the key is this: how are you going to pick the right stock? Because I always tell my wife, I say, if you pick a wrong stock, you will deplete like crazy. But of course, I do pick wrong stocks in the past. And I also believe one thing: I believe in philosophy. If you marry a wrong person, you'll suffer forever. So to break through is like picking the right stock. When you pick the right stock, then you have the right returns that you're looking for. And so how to do it? You need to have really focused watching the most active.
Most active. Okay.
There's a software you can watch the most active. But the most active, there's about 40, 50 stocks. You need to peer through the layers and know which sector is going to move. After the sectors, you need to know which team is going to move without reading all the financial reports, because financial reports are very slow. If I got time, I can even show you, right? I can buy right before Warren Buffett buy. I showed this so many times in my seminar and preview. They said, well, Ron, how do you do it? I said, there's some things in the market that you can't explain. Insiders will know things before the public knows, and you need to know where the pivotal turning point is, and then you just got to hit that right.
Amazing, bro, amazing. So many things to learn, right? Crazy. No, but really that intense focus, that concentration, right? Like, you know, I just to share with you all, right? So when I talk to Ron, like, dude, single-minded focus, and it's like, bro, just put everything else aside, right? And my goal is very, very clear. Let's get to hundreds of $1 million in profits in the markets, and I'm going to get there no matter what, right? So he's very, very, very CBA focused, lah.
But bro, I tell you something. So I gotta share your audience. Sometimes you think you're gonna get there, but along the way, man, you're gonna lose somehow.
Sure.
So you need to know how to pick yourself up.
Yes, of course.
When you start to have things not going according to your way.
Bro, there's two things we need to talk about, bro. For sure, 100%, right? Actually, there's two parts to it. Let's talk about the picking yourself up first, right? Because obviously it's not gonna be one smooth journey.
Of course.
Of course, not gonna be one smooth journey. 2022, we saw markets drop. Right, people's heart also dropped. Wow, how? Because again, go back. 2020, fantastic time. everything fly, right?
Yes.
Everything flew like crazy. You got C Limited, all these things flying like crazy. People all were, their heads were in the clouds, right? Wow, so easy to make money. Wow, so easy to make money. And then you had, the Russia war came and inflation and all that stuff. Markets dropped a lot, right? So for people who were just blindly longing the markets, they saw bleeding red, bro, right? Like you experienced that, you know how it felt as well, right? So you're trading, you were accumulating. But how do you take that kind of pains, bro? Like,
Rash, if I tell you something, you may not believe.
tell me, man.
Out of 1,000 trade, I may lose 2 times only.
Wow.
There's so many records to back me up. Like
Sure.
I post all my records online. You can just go and check it out. But
Sure.
I don't post the stock name. Reason is because I don't want people to follow me. I just do my thing.
Okay.
So how do I pick myself up? Is those days when I train myself in Singapore stocks first.
Yeah.
You need to have solid, grounded fundamentals in a small market. And then when you go to a big market, it's not easy because it's too different. Like this Singapore stock, there's no team, there's no sector.
Yeah.
But in US, well, man,
A lot of things.
yes, you name any sector, space, F&B, air, consumer stocks, so many, you got to really know. So my fundamental is very strong here. So when I move here, it's not a breeze. I spend the next 1 to 2 years trading almost every week, if not every day, to make sure I know what's happening here before I can see the next wave. So to conclude, if you really want to like supersede, to be honest to you, if I need to speak honestly through the camera, is not what you know, it's who you know.
Okay.
I tell you why. If
tell me.
today, let's say, I teach you something. I teach you something. Oh, Rash, you can, here it's good, the market is going to turn. You see this stock, you click a button. How many times you click a button, you see a big profit? Like you know yourself. How many times you click a button, and you really see a big profit? And you got this panic, your heart pump, da, da, da. But sometimes, right, you just take 1% and say, hey, you know what, this is going to move. Boom. The thing moved. Wow, everything changed. That's how I changed. I remember I went Middle East last year. I went Middle East last year. I met the king of Dubai, not Dubai, the king of Ajman. And then we were chatting about watches. And then he asked me something. He said, Ron, what's one stock that you're going to buy this year? I said, this stock, NVIDIA. That's like January 6, 2023. And NVIDIA was like $150. 6 months later, I showed him, do you see $500? He said, wow, how do you know this stock is right at the bottom? I said, because that stock, there's a lot of washing going on. And that's how I knew that's the lowest point you got to hit.
Wow, incredible, bro.
Man,
Incredible.
guys, if let's say we can meet in person one day, I can even show you the message, man. It's right on my phone. I always keep that message.
Yeah. Dude, and NVIDIA last year was an absolute banger of a stock, bro.
Yes.
Absolute banger of a stock,
Yes.
crazy. And the next question we're trying to ask, bro, is really, so you talked about, really becoming this emotional master, right? To be able to take that pumping and the emotional mastery, right? So somebody is watching and they are a new trader, right? Completely brand new trader. How can you train this muscle, bro?
I think put emotion, newbie, right?
Yeah, newbie,
Newbie, I think put emotion on the side first. Newbie, you focus 2 things, strategy and winning, that's it. When you see your funds getting bigger, that's where your emotion get even tenser, more tense, So that's where you know from focusing on your strategy and winning consistently over some time. Let's say you win $2-3 million and you want to trade like $10 million here, you need to have emotion skills. But before your emotion skills built here, you have already built a consistency, or I should say a solid foundation in your trading skills before you reach there.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So again, as a newbie, just really focus on strategy, winning rate.
That's it.
Right?
2 things.
These are the things you focus on, and when that is steady, when that is really consistent, how long would you give them to really what is your minimum?
Bro, I
criteria,
train 16 hours a day, man.
Sure.
I don't know a newbie will take how long, but I can tell you if you put in a hard work, you don't have to trade every day. Guys, a lot of people think you need to trade every day, but you don't have to trade every day. You just have to trade when the market is like turning, or you see a good pivotal turning point, that's it. So if you ask me, newbie, 1-2 years, my guy Chris took 6 months.
6 months, huh?
But he trained himself about 16-18 hours a day those days. But 6 months, he would know everything already. And then execution-wise, not very good, but in terms of skill-wise, it's not bad, very good.
Bro, what are you doing in the 16 hours? Bro?
Okay, so I tell you, you wake up in the morning,
Sure.
the first thing is not brush your teeth. You wake up in the morning, the first thing is you open up the charts and you quickly see the charts. Whoa, okay, the market move, and then scan through the stocks. It will take me 1 hour to do that.
Okay.
Scan stocks, see the thing, finish. Then you go brush your teeth. After you wake up, I go for coffee. Coffee, you're not going to go Instagram and see some posts. You go and see charts again because the futures is moving. You need to see what are the themes.
Yep.
You need to see a minor piece of news here and there to see what is moving the market. And then after that, revisit back the chart.
Okay.
If you're focused in US market, just focus US. Don't need to see China, don't need to see Hong Kong,
Sure.
don't need to see US. Just focus on US.
Sure.
And then after that, you go for quick lunch or whatsoever. Then I will take an afternoon nap because I know the night is going to be very brutal, you know.
Yeah.
So I take a small little nap. And then the futures will change.
Yes.
And then your mind will change.
Sure.
You revisit back the chart again, see again. Okay, then this is the thing. You know what stocks are going to move. You see the chart. You know what you're going to trade tonight. Okay, done. Market open 10:30. You know what's the worst feeling? You spend 16 freaking hours, right? 10:30 open, you cannot do anything because the market don't go according to your way. So that the whole day you wasted. No trades, never make money, never lose money. But that 16 hours, right?
Yep.
You never waste that 16 hours.
Sure. Sharpening your knife.
Sharpen that knife. Keep sharpening because the stock will come.
Yes.
I just scared your knife is not sharpened.
Yes.
Right? So if you do that, like, let's say this is a newbie. Okay, guys, watch this. This is a newbie. He just started learning. Ron is here. The newbie put in 20 hours. I still put in 10 hours.
Yeah.
He will never be able to catch up with me.
Yeah, for sure.
So your experience keep rising and rising and rising. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to achieve. Like experience counts. Not experience counts, but wisdom makes money.
Of course. Wisdom. Like
You know what's the
bro.
difference between wisdom and
Absolutely,
experience?
bro.
What's the
absolutely.
difference?
No, wisdom is when you put it in time, you know exactly what's going to be happening, like when to take, when not to take, for example, right?
So if I need to sum it up,
Sure.
experience means you do many things.
Yep.
You try many things.
Yep.
Some make, some don't make, but along the way, you pay a lot of tuition fees and stuff. Wisdom means you do one thing, and that's it. You cut short all the stupid things. For example, in the stock, in the market, there's crypto, there's gold, there's futures, there's forex, there's stock market.
Yep.
Do you know how many people say, Ron, why don't you trade crypto? Why don't you trade oil? Why don't you trade? I say, I'm very focused. I just know what I want to do. If that thing makes me money, and just focus on that one thing, and then stock market. And Rash, I tell you something, man.
Tell me.
My wife, beside my wife, nobody said it. I can trade one stock 1,000 times.
Wow.
You believe?
Wow.
One stock, let's say for example Apple,
Yeah.
I can trade one stock 1,000 times until, how I trade 1,000 times? Let's say the stock is moving like this, up, down, trade, up, down. Before the stock have a parabolic rise, right? I want to catch right here before it moves and sit there. But here I'll be trading 1,000 times.
Wow.
And that's what I did the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Trade, up, down. Before the rise,
Apple rise,
I hold there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're able to sense when it's about to
Yes,
kick
not
off.
sense. It's
It's
already
there,
in the
like,
chart
it's there,
already.
it's in
You know what I mean? It's already, it's already in the chart
It's
already.
there in the chart. So you trade it along the way, then it's there, boom,
Yes.
you sit and you
So that's
ride.
the wisdom. Why?
Yes.
Because one thing, one stock, you trade 1,000 times. You know everything about that one thing compared to you trade 10 other stocks. Like wait. In crypto, there is a Bitcoin, there's
Yes.
a XRP, there's so many things.
So many, yes.
I wouldn't want to do all this, you know, because crypto is very volatile. Volatile is okay, but it's like when you dare not put all your savings down, but stocks are there. Because why? The richest man put everything in stocks. Why you just get scared of stocks? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to talk a lot more. Guys, if you all have enjoyed this episode so far, make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe. Dude, Ron is crazy, right?
Hey, wait. I got no video, huh? Subscribe to his video. I got no social media. I only got an Instagram account. That's it already.
No, subscribe to the channel. We'll get back with more insights from Ron in a bit, right? Yo, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling adrenaline from this episode so far. I'm feeling my heart pumping. It's amazing, right? Ron's sharing so many insights, right? We're gonna dig into his brains a bit deeper and find out a little bit more about his stories. Let's talk about some specific stocks, some specific results that he had, right? And it's crazy, literally, Ron, we were just chatting off camera for a bit. We were just chatting about how people can come up to him, get a tip or two, make $100,000, right? And again, people, you're talking about royalty coming and him actually sharing stuff as well, right? Again, yeah, man, as legit as you get, right? So Ron, I think I want to find out, right? So what do you consider your trading style has? Because it's not really investing. Like, what we classify? What is it?
Okay, so there's two schools of thoughts. One is called technical analysis. One is called fundamental analysis.
Sure.
But if I peer through the layers, I mean,
if you go the traditional way, there's two schools of thoughts. Okay, that's about it. But there's another way to do
What's
it.
the other way?
The other way is called my analysis. That means you're trying to buy stocks or sell stocks one step before any big movement happen. And that's my way. And how I develop this way is I always so curious, like how big boys accumulate stocks, how they create a panic sell down, how they wash stocks, how they turn the table around. Why every time you hear a bad news, you think it's bad, the next few days you rebound like crazy. Why people cut loss at the bottom? So I found that Holy Grail, like after so many years of doing trading and stuff, that actually that way is, if you really want to make a lot of money, buy really at the bottom. You need to know how to understand human emotions when it comes trading the market. Josh, I ask you a question. Have you experienced this before? You buy a stock, the stock came down. The next day, if there's a big drop, 10%, you cut loss. The next 1-2 weeks, right, the stock went down 30%. Have you seen this thing before?
Of course, all the time.
But why is it happening? If the news is so bad, if the news is bad news or a scam news or whatever news that's caused the stock to drop 10%, why is the stock rebounding at 30% in the next 2 weeks? Why? You answer me.
As in, is whales coming in to actually go?
But how do you know the whale came right at the bottom? How do you know?
Yeah. As in,
That's my strategy.
okay.
I would know that whale happening right at the bottom price.
The bottom prices.
And to do that, you need to have really good emotion skills.
Yeah.
I remember there's an incident.
Tell me.
There's a student. I can't remember what stock. The thing came down. I said, that's the bottom. You should buy here. Not should lah. Okay, not should. You can look to buy here. He said, but Ron, if tomorrow, what if you go down lower? Do you know the next two weeks, the stock rebounded like 25 to 30%.
Wow.
He said, Warren, I so regret I didn't buy here.
Yeah.
Why? Because emotion is in play. Your mind is playing with your emotions, you know. That's the bottom price. There's washing going on here. Big whales are more like creating a big sell down in the stock market. And that's where you need to know, hey, that's the bottom, you know. The key is called washing. You know what's washing?
Yeah. Washing of trades, right? So,
It's like you go casino, right? Go to casino. You see a table full of 20, 30 people hogging in one table. Who is winning? The player or the banker?
the banker.
The banker, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. The player.
Why is it?
You go to a table.
Yep.
The player is winning.
Yep.
The table is full of 20, 30 people. The player is winning. That's why they don't want to leave the table.
Okay.
The banker is losing. But in 10 minutes later, everyone left the table.
The
Who is
washing
winning?
happens,
The washing happens.
washing
So the
happens.
same is going to happen in the stock market.
Yeah.
I've seen like the last 20 years,
Yeah.
I've been through 3 or 4 big crises. The one in 2002, when I was still a secondary school boy, I was watching the stock market already. The one 2022, where the Twin Towers,
Yes.
there's a
Yes.
I can't remember what's the incident.
Yeah.
And then there's a financial crisis, and then COVID.
Yes.
I've been through so many big events, right? And every time after a big sell down, why is the news so bad but the market rebound big time? And that's where the washing happens, where all the big ones are buying at wholesale price. And that's my strategy for the last 20 years. I want to know where that pivotal turning point is.
The pivotal turning point, you enter pivotal turning point. Again, actually very interesting.
Yeah.
The players are winning. And they
yes.
stay because they are winning.
Yes.
But then the tables turn.
Yes, tables turn. So before the table turn, you must get out. Before the table turn, you must get in at the bottom. Before the table turn, you must get out at the top. So that's how I sustained for 20 years. Imagine this. My lifestyle today is very simple. Coffee, read some charts alone, not with people. Coffee, read some charts, trade at night. If I can sustain this lifestyle for the last 10 years, then I must be doing something right as a trader, you know?
Of course, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. Bro, and what instruments do you use, bro? Are you just purely trading stocks or are you using CFDs?
100% stocks.
So,
I used to, at the early
with leverage?
stage, I trade CFD a
Okay.
lot.
Yep.
Why? Because the money is not huge,
Okay.
and you're trying to make a lot of money with a little money. So
Okay.
CFD is very important for a newbie who wants to grow their account.
Yeah.
But as you go bigger and bigger, there's two other ways you can do it. You can do options.
Yep.
You can do stocks.
Yep.
Options is not for me because it's too complicated. Like I shared with the camera, I graduated at a local secondary school and I started work after that. I didn't even graduate from university. Why? Because my mind, I cannot get, if you explain to me something very complex, right, I can't get it in.
Okay.
So normally I got Chris, my right hand man, he will just analyze my contract, everything, he'll tell me what to do and I just do.
Okay.
So CFD for a start is if you are growing, you need to use small to grow big.
Okay.
That's very important.
Okay.
And why I say options and stocks at a later stage is because Warren Buffett used a lot of options, but he didn't do it himself. He get his team to do it. Stocks is because when your money go bigger and bigger, right? You don't want to have too many complicated things.
Okay.
So options to me is very complicated.
Yes.
But I got options guys who do very good options. Everyone is making like 50K a month.
Yeah.
But they say, Ron, you want to join me? I say, of course, but I still prefer my way, which is full cash.
Full cash.
Full cash.
So full cash.
Full cash.
Okay.
Starting newbie, CFD is good because the money is the $1,000-$3,000.
Yes.
But later on, you go 7, 8 digit, 9 digit, you better be full cash. The last thing that want to happen is this: I trade 8 digit, whatever it is.
Flush down and
Wow,
everything
man! I
gone.
tell you what, man! I gotta top up the.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
So I want to have a balance. Like I want to make money, but I don't want to like because of money I can't sleep. I don't want to hurt my health because of money. Because I asked myself last few years, if you give me $200 million, what will I do? My life won't change, you know. I only want to buy more watches and travel to meet my friends in overseas, and that's about it. I don't want to have big house, nothing.
Sure.
I don't believe in property. I only believe in stocks because the richest man is still stocks. That's my belief system. Like
Yes.
only stocks, no
Yes.
crypto, nothing, just stocks.
Bro, your belief system unshakable, bro.
Try.
Unshakable, brother.
I remember we went to the cruise.
Yes,
They were trading crypto. My mind is still stocks. You know, I'd rather go slow and steady than a parabolic rise and die after all.
Yeah. Amazing, bro. Amazing. Unshakable conviction.
Yes.
Being focused, bro. I love it, bro. Guys,
you.
you know, again, if there's something you're getting, it's about the mindsets, the inner workings. I think that's very, very important, bro.
Yes.
That's really, really very important. Dude, so on the cruise, you were sharing with me about how, you know, when you are pushing 1 mil, 5 mil, right, the intensity, how you want to train your heart. Can you share a little bit about that, bro?
You want to know the intensity?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay,
man.
so I want to know what drives me. Later on, after I'll share in the chart form, in the
sure.
pictorial form. I want to know what drives me. I want to figure out what drives me. Is it money? Is it property? What is it drive me? To be honest to you, nothing drives me. Only one thing that drives me crazy every day. That one thing is winning. I want to win. People say you can't win every time. Yes, I agree. But I want to know what it takes to win. I really want to know what it takes to win. Like because I've been losing for many years in the past, so I want to know what it takes to win. So one thing that drives me is called winning. And what drives me to winning is you need to be damn focused. Like you cannot have noise, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. And I think the most important thing is this: you need to know, you need to feel uncomfortable first. As you scale up bigger.
Yep.
When I mean uncomfortable, it means you need to feel broke. So what makes me feel broke? So if you follow my Instagram, it's called Stock Market My Games. But actually, if you really go to my Instagram, it's all watches. Why? Because I love watch so much. At the early stage, I love watch. So what drives me broke is watches. Watch will drive you broke. I see a watch, walk on the street, I go overseas. Oh, that's like $1 million watch.
Sure.
You know what? I don't want to come out from my pocket. It will never be from my pocket. It must be from the market. So the $1 million will be registered in my head. That watch design, the aesthetics will register in my head. I cannot rush. You rush, you will lose money. So you got to wait patiently for the signal to come.
Yeah.
And then when it comes, you just got to hit. And then you may not make 1 million immediately, but probably make like about $200,000, $300,000. Like, wow, just like one step closer to $1 million. Then the next trade you do again. Then the next trade you do again. Wow, that's $1 million. But when you got $1 million, you wouldn't want to buy that watch, you know. You know what I mean? It's strange. Then you ask yourself, what's next? Then you walk again. You say, oh, the watch costs about $300,000. You know what? Okay, I want that watch. Then you go and patiently wait for the signal again. And then, okay, the signal is here. Boom, you hit. $200,000. Like, wow, feel good. You keep doing this, you feel good, right? Over a long run, right? Wow, man. You know Raffles Place? I wear singlet, t-shirt. No, singlet, flip-flops, and Bermudas. I feel good better than man wearing a suit, you know.
Sure.
That's how I want to drive myself every time, winning
Winning,
with a watch.
Wow.
I may not buy the watch, but
Sure.
it's in my head, you know.
In your head,
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
But I love what you said. I think one of the points was being comfortable, being in the uncomfortable situation.
Yes, correct.
Really making yourself feel in that broke situation.
Yes,
for
must be broke
example.
first.
Must be broke first.
Yes.
Then you can really win.
Yes.
The obsession with winning and being comfortable, being uncomfortable, having that broke, then you really push yourself.
Yes,
right?
correct.
Wow, crazy, bro. Right?
This part I only understand at a later stage of my life. Because earlier stage is like, oh man, I sell classes, I teach course, and then I just trade some Singapore stocks, make $3,000-$4,000 a day, I'm happy. At a later stage when I realized, wow, I can make $100,000-$200,000 a night, I'm like, okay, you know what? how to make $2 million a night.
Wow.
And then you realize you need to pick the right stock, and you need to be patient, you need to be emotionally not so tense, And that's where you train all aspects in trading and investments.
Wow.
And then I look at the greatest man is Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Wow, the stock market crashed, he feel nothing. Wow, how do I be there? And I need to find something that stimulates the mind.
Wow.
What drives? Is it property? I don't like property, so watch is the one.
Wow.
Because watch, there's 7, 8 digit watches.
Yeah. 7, 8 digit watch. 8 digit watches got, bro.
God.
Bro, tell me more, bro.
8 digit watches is for like connoisseur. It's like it's a one of a kind. The brand created the one watch for like this particular person, and it's only 1 or 2 pieces in the world, and that's about it. Or maybe that watch is like a vintage watch, like a 1950s, 1940s watch, and it's like the brand didn't purposely create for marketing purpose, but it's created during the World War II. And I remember the watch sold for like 30 million. It's a Patek Philippe 1518, the stainless steel Patek Philippe 1518. It was sold for like $30 million. And then the next watch was like a Paul Newman 6239 that was sold like a $25 million, $17 million.
$17 million.
That's huge, man. When you see this staggering figure, you're like, hey, you know what? How can I buy the watch with the next 3 months? Give in the head, 3 months, $17 million. How can I achieve it? You may not achieve $70 million in 3 months, but it's okay.
7 million.
7 million is good, but you will still never buy that watch. But with $7 million, you got so much more options.
Of course.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
That's the mentality.
Yeah,
bro.
that's the mentality.
Wow, I love it, bro. I love it. Sorry, bro. I am enjoying myself talking around, finding out the mentality.
Yeah,
and
because
mindset.
if you keep making money, when nothing drives you, you become like very complacent. You become like, okay, just click here.
Yeah.
Nothing really for you to look forward to.
Yes,
so you need something which I cannot find until I realized that my passion was in watches.
Wow. So many thoughts running through my head, bro.
Okay,
One
really?
day we must go through. One day we must go shopping together, right?
Okay, no problem. I can show you which one. No, okay, watch is like this. There's modern watches, there's vintage watches, there's independent watches.
Yeah.
Independent watches means the brand is very small. They create like 50 pieces a year. They kind of like. And then there's branded watches like Rolex, Patek, APs and stuff like that. And then there's called vintage watches, which is like they didn't create for marketing purpose. They create as a tool watch, but it's not reproduced anymore. So when I first started out, I inclined more towards vintage watch because there's so much knowledge to be learned there. Like a small little font size or change in the dial can make a huge difference in the premium of that watch. So that's how I learned vintage, and then modern, and then independence a little bit.
Interesting. Bro, I want to ask you a very, very important question. Right? Super important question, which is this, right? So let's get back to the markets. Right?
Yes.
Financial disclaimer, guys, non-financial disclaimer, very, very important. Please, these are our own financial opinions, right? Do not take anything as trading advice. But Ron, let's talk about 2024.
Yes.
All right. We are recording this Chinese New Year week, right? So what do you see for the year ahead? Do you look that far? How do you see the markets playing out? Right? What are certain stocks you're looking out for this year?
To be honest to you, this year is going to be a tough year because at the end of last year, I already set a goal. This year, I will trade lesser, but I will do impactful trades. Why? Because the market is at an all-time high. Number one. Number two, there's a lot of uneasy tensions all over around the world, like Middle East, Ukraine, all this. There's so many things. Third, there's going to be a presidential election, and if Trump come back, people like, wow, man, why is he coming back? The kind of thing. There's a lot of things mingling in that in the year of dragon. And I think the most important is that U.S. and China is really, I don't know. So for so many years, they can't get hand in hand.
Yes.
And there's so many restrictions or blacklists on China companies, and so there's a lot of wars going on here. So 2024, if you ask me, is a good year to trade, but it's not a good year to do investments.
A good year to trade and not to invest per se.
But January was good, and from now on, I wouldn't say it's not good. The market will still rise, but it's going to be very volatile.
January was fantastic.
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 Yes.
It went up crazy.
Because Chinese New Year is not here yet.
Yes,
so Chinese New Year, when Chinese New Year hits February, and when the dragon year is here, I mean, it's going to be tough, man.
It's going to be tough, huh?
Yes.
Interesting. So your trading strategy-wise, you are primarily, because it's stocks, you're primarily long, right? You're looking for long.
I only look for longs. I do short when I was younger.
Okay.
But why do I look for longs only is because
for shorts, you need to use CFD, and I don't want to use CFD at this stage of my career.
Because you're using a much bigger size.
Yeah, it's much bigger size. Not because it's not good, but I do. Then some people ask me, Ron, you can just put 500K in your CFD. I will tell them, if I keep winning on one thing, I don't want to make the small little money. Like my head can't even think like 500K. I'm only thinking like, hey, can I put $20 million tonight down? I don't want to waste my time 500K. I can't sleep the night.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
See, I understand.
Yes.
I understand. So that's why I'm thinking. So, but of course that involves patience, right? You're not entering you cannot be entering every day. Lesser trades more impactful, like you said.
Yes. For 2024, 2023, I can trade almost every day. 2024 is not so easy. I mean, starting from February maybe to June.
June, huh?
Yes.
Fantastic. Again, this is the sensing again, after so many years.
Yeah, you can call it sensing, but I've seen so many times how a chart fumbled.
Yep.
I experienced so many times, I sleep. I thought the market was going to go up. The next night when I woke up, the freaking thing dropped 500 points to 1,000 points.
Wow, crazy.
Without notice.
Yeah.
No bad news whatsoever. Or maybe the bad news just came out in the middle of the night and done with.
Yes. Crazy, bro. But that's the US market for you, right?
Yes.
That's the US market. A lot more crazy, but a lot more potential gains as well.
Yes.
Amazing. Ron, you wanted to show my audience some stuff like with regards to how you trade and everything,
Yes.
right? Can we get down to business, brother? Let's go.
Yes, come.
So, bro, you mentioned about this stock, starts with P. So, how you traded this stock again and again and again and rode the entire wave 1,000 over times. This one stock.
Yes.
Can you share with us, like, how you...
So I shared there's many forms, because the chart has many different variations and forms, but I show you a few forms, maybe one of the simplest form. So let's say the chart move like this, okay? So what I would do is I would buy here, I'll sell here, I'll buy here, I'll sell here, I'll buy here, I'll sell here. This is called trading every day. It comes down, I don't touch because I only long. So I buy here, I sell here, it comes down, I buy here, I sell here, it comes down. So this whole wave, I would, maybe one trade here, I can trade 5 times, one night. One trade here, I can trade 5 times, one night. So if you add on, right, let's say this whole trading range is like maybe 6 months. I can trade in, trade out, trade in, trade out, trade in, trade out, trade in, trade out. Just keep, because I know from a chart it's not going to move big time until maybe here or maybe here. Then whatever profits I made here, all the profits I made here, I will just pile up here and then ride a big wave here. I won't be able to sell the top, but maybe here there's about 30% gain, like very fast, the parabolic rise, and I'll sell some shares along the way. Yeah. But here I'll trap myself up first.
in this range, what's your trading size like? What's the sizing like for you?
I'll tell you what, if I got 10M, I'll probably put 9.5M in.
Wow.
So when you reach here, maybe here I make about 10, maybe here I make about 7M.
Yep.
Here you plus 7, here's about 17M in all in. So when you write here, you make even more.
Even more.
Yes.
Wow.
Because I tell you why. It's because, right, when I trade stocks, I must believe in the stocks first. I think the key thing is you need to have a belief system. If you, let's say for example, you trade crypto. If you don't even believe in crypto, why would you put 10M in the crypto?
Of course.
If
you must believe.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
let's say this is Apple.
Yes.
Why would I be fear of trading 10M in Apple?
Sure.
Because I believe in Apple.
Yeah, because you believe, the stock is the fundamentals and everything. Like.
Everything. Yes. You use Apple phone, right?
Of course.
I use Apple phone. Why scared?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. You understand the entire play. So again, trading in this range, and then when you see the confluence and when the entire move is happening, then you go all in to really whack.
Yes.
Wow, interesting, bro.
No man can forever win the stock market. But that man have defied me, Warren Buffett. But this is trading, this is not investment. If you really want to go for big investment, if you got day job, you don't want to trade like me, there's so much work. The most important thing is not the strategy, it's picking the right stock. You need to pick the right stock. And you pick the right stock, like maybe last year's AI, you pick the right stock, you just buy, you don't do anything, you don't trade, you still make 200-300% in a short 1 year time span.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Why
it
not?
depends on what you want to look out for.
Absolutely.
Because I'm so driven, every day I see a few watch, I'm so driven to buy that watch, but so I need to drive my head, I need to do something tonight. But if I don't see anything, I go holiday, then I'll just buy a whole. It depends what you want to achieve.
Fantastic. I love it.
Yes.
Amazing, guys. I hope you guys got something from this entire play, right? Amazing. Come, let's get back. Dude, let's look at some live charts.
Yeah, come.
And let's analyze how you looked at it, how you traded it, for example, right? So I'm going to pick a stock. Right. Hopefully you're familiar with the stock.
Yeah.
I think you'll be. Right?
Yes.
So let's talk about AMD.
Yes,
Advanced Micro Devices.
Charts in front of me.
Okay. let's go. So how would you? Yep.
Okay, so what I would do is I'll study the chart, like
Yep.
I'll scroll like multi-years.
Yep.
I'll scroll multi-years. And I'll see where the chart is. I'll go to the monthly chart. I see, oh, well, okay, the bottom is here, the top is here, where the washing is. Okay, so I know roughly AMD has rose up so much. This is 2017, this is 2024. Okay, now the monthly chart done. I'll go to the daily chart. I will see, because the monthly chart is showing the big picture, where is it right now. Then you want to go daily chart and see where to enter. Okay, so maybe right now AMD is quite high right here. So the stock has ran up like crazy, like shot up like crazy, ran. And it's very risky to chase at rising price.
Of course.
You must be selling at rising price. So the stock has ran up so much in the daily chart. Now I want to take action as a newbie. We talk to speak as a newbie. Right? So we go to the 1 hour chart, I will look, oh, okay. Wow, the stock has ran up so much. And there's a heavy profit taking here, right here. There's a sharp drop. Can you see there's a sharp drop right here?
Yes.
Somebody's taking profit here. This somebody could be a big player. Why? Because you and me can never cause AMD to have a sharp drop. It should be an institutional player that cause a big sharp drop in the stock. Okay, so now the top is here. The bottom for the sharp drop was here. So now it's trading within this range here. It's going to trade within this range here. So what I'll do is, look at the chart, the stock sort of like came down again yesterday night. And if within this range, what's my risk and reward? If it's going to be day-to-day trade just to make like $2 to $3, fine. But if you're going to look for a big rise in AMD again, it's not there because the stock has ran up so damn much. So this is not a stock that I would want to
hold and ride.
Hold and ride at this moment. But I also wouldn't want to short at this moment because when a bull is rising, you can't kill a bull with one bullet. You need at least 5 to 10 bullets before the bull is killed. So I wouldn't touch this stock at the moment. So it's not a good stock to trade.
Okay, interesting. Can you share with us a stock that you will possibly is good to look at?
At this moment?
Yeah.
SMCI.
Let's go.
I remember I was doing this stock. Look, the stock from $80, it shot all the way to $680 or $640. So what I would do, like I shared in my
whiteboard.
whiteboard, I would trade like here in. Hold on, I would trade here. In, out. This is what I would do. In, out, many times. Can you see there's a gap up here? Rash, can you see after some time, after many ins out, after many ins and out, can you see there's a small hole here? There's a gap up here. So I may be buying a higher price. But when I buy somewhere around here, I'll ride all the way here, I'll sell. And then I'll buy somewhere along here, I'll ride one more time here, about here, I'll sell, and then I'm done already. So when I ride away from here to here, I ride one part here, and I also ride one more part here. Small one, not big. But along here, I've already made like good copious amount of money. Then, as the stock go through a trading range, I recycle back or replay back my strategy again. In, out, can you see? In, out, a few times. Whoa, can you see there's a change of behavior here? The stock just suddenly shot up here. Here, I will
de-risk. Is it start selling?
Re-enter again. I know my strategy because this is an accumulation phase. And the stock didn't collapse after such a meteoric rise. So the stock just break out here. I wouldn't enter at this green bar. I will go to the 1 hour chart. Right here I'll enter. Because 1 hour chart is like a smaller time frame where you can.
So this is one which is really rising right now, like you speak, right?
So Rash, let me tell you something. Everyone can be rich, It took me so freaking long to understand. Everyone can be rich. It doesn't matter what you know, you just need to pick the right stock. So from here, right, let's say this is 2023. Can you see this 2023? Imagine 2023 May, you bought the stock. That was like $124. You don't sell. This 2024, not even 1 year, you already make $640. I put $10 million here, that's like $50 million. When do you need to work? And there's no tax.
Absolutely. Crazy, yeah?
Yes, that's what I meant. You need to pick the right stock. And to pick the right stock, you need to see the gap up, the washing that's happened, the trading range, the accumulation that was happening here, and of course, another accumulation that was happening right here. All you need to do is just make sure you click the button. Most people can't click buttons because they got fear of clicking buttons. So you need to be able to click buttons.
Okay, fantastic. Click the damn button.
Yes, it's,
right. Pick the
it's
right
easier
stocks.
than done.
Yeah, of course, for sure.
Imagine you trade here. Okay, I just share with your audience. Imagine you trade here. During this range, you buy, you sell, you buy, you sell. Every time after you sell, the stock looks like you're going to collapse. What's your mind think? What's your mind?
Oh, you're going to drop how?
Correct. So that's the emotion part you need to train. Like your mind need to be very like very firm, very stable. Don't let any noise come inside you. That's why I try not to mix around with too many people or mix around with too many things. Just very focused, sharp, very mental sharp.
Mentally sharp on the entire game. You understand the entire game, and then you just
take one joker. Let's say today we meet each other. I tell you, Resh, I'm trading this stock. I say, hey, but the stock is coming down. Look here, it's coming down. You just take one joker. Tell you, Resh, this stock is very bad, very high. It's going to come down. The stock is not good now. Tonight, when you look at the market, even though the stock is rising, you think it's going to come down. You just click the sell button and you're done. You're not going to make the big money.
Of course. You won't make the big money now, bro.
Yes. That's why you know why I have coffee every day alone myself. I keep away all my noise, mental focus on my strategies and stocks.
I'm trying not to focus, bro.
I know. That's why I don't run businesses. So I keep put everything aside.
All the emotions, whatever nonsense aside, right? Focus.
Yes, I used to run business, so much noise, man. So I put everything aside. Because my goal is not revenue 200M, it's profits 200M.
Profits 200M.
So you want to have profits 200M, you need to.
Of course.
And this is so important, man. A lot of people think you need to have a lot of money to make 200M. Actually, no need. I already showed you one example. If you can just write, let's say you put 10M here, you make it like 50, 60M here. Now you turn from 50, 60M to 100M. This is 100%, not 500% like this,
Absolutely.
Then from there, what's 200M? So it doesn't matter where you start.
Yeah.
I still say the same thing. You need to get the right stock.
Comes back to the right stock.
The right stock. Then people ask me, Ron, how do you know the right stock? I say, how much are you willing to pay me? I spend my hours, you see my head drop already? I spend so much hours making sure I pick the right stock.
Yes. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely fantastic. Yes. Bro, I really love the sharing. Dude, one last question before we end the entire session, bro.
Yes.
And the one question I have for you is this, right? We've mentioned so many things, so many points, right? But if you distill it down, the secret to making big money, what's the one thing the person needs to have to really make big money, bro?
Belief. 100%. Belief. Really believe. Because I don't believe in Singapore stocks.
For now, right?
No. Ever since
I
I started trading Singapore stock, along the way, for your audience, whoever traded Singapore stocks, you will realize this. You buy a stock like DBS or some penny stocks or some mid caps. You realize those stocks cannot have 200, 400% return. Every time you buy, you move up a little bit, then you come down already. Then next year the same, you move up a little bit, then you come down already. How are you gonna look at the STI, the Singapore stock index? It's only like what, 32 or 34,000.
Yes.
During financial crisis, the highest was 37,000.
Yes. That's all. US
That's
market.
all. The Dow Jones from 7,000 now is 30 plus thousand.
Yes, correct. Crazy, right? How to compare?
So you need to believe. The keyword is you must find an asset class that you believe. If you believe in crypto, then that's your market.
Fantastic. You got to believe, and again, not just asset class, but yourself as well.
Yes,
right?
of course.
In your system.
But sometimes, when things don't go according to your way, you may have doubts in yourself, you don't believe in yourself. But it's fine. Take a small little break, clear your mind a little bit, you reassess the whole thing again. You may see a different light, You haven't to me before.
Absolutely, bro. Very, very important. Dude, I love it, bro. I love it. Guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Ron has been absolutely amazing. Bro, how can people follow you on social media?
Follow me at Stock Market My Games in Instagram. That's the only thing that I use right now.
All right, Stock Market Mind Games. The link will be down there. All right, so just follow him. Make sure, Ron will never DM you, message you, anything of that sort. Be aware of impersonators on Instagram. So that's very, 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 very important. But guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you follow Ron. Very, very good friend of mine. And guys, again, I really, truly hope this video has made you expand your mind in regards to what it takes. Focus, discipline, right? Really focusing on that goal to achieve your biggest dreams ever. All right, so again, one more time, if you've enjoyed it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can see more of such videos. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye, signing out.